Alright, so we're at the parts car. This thing, I do keep the hood on it, so it does stay covered up. Don't worry about the oil filler cap being off of it. This thing, from the looks of underneath it, it threw a rod. The block may be okay. I know it went through the upper oil pan. I don't know if the block itself survived. It would take, you would definitely have to pull the oil pan on it and clean up the outside of the block and take a look at it. But we are going to pull injectors out of this thing because I'm going to I'll end up rebuilding or sending mine off to get rebuilt. But I wanted to take a look at these injectors just to see what they looked like. So let's pull these things out. And this right here is my Harbor Freight 1/2-inch ratchet. It is my favorite 1/2-inch ratchet. You see it? How awesome is that? And it's got nice fine teeth, fairly fine for a 1/2-inch. And you can put it different lengths or put it long. So it's about as long as my breaker bar in the longest length. And I use this thing a lot, and it's held up well. So like I said, we're just going to pull these injectors out. Look decent. I wonder if somebody's put new tips on these, new nozzles. Take them apart and see. Maybe we should do that. Compressor cut on. Fuel line is stuck on these things. And they've routed this stuff like crazy too. Strange routing. They had already pulled the lines off. They were in the process of pulling the injector pump. Ouch. Man, that hurt. They were in the process of pulling the injector pump off this thing, and I guess gave up on it when I bought it. They'd already pulled the intake manifold and the turbo off. I think he said they were going to swap everything over to a non-turbo engine, but the internals on a non-turbo are different, so that's not always the best idea. Man, this should have split this fuel line with a knife. Anyway, so I bought it and all the hard lines were gone, which is a shame because I actually need one of the hard lines. I need a hard line for to build a pop tester. And this is an 1 1/16 socket And they're actually metric, but 1 1/16 works fine. This thing's a mess. So I'm using 1 1/16 because I've got a better selection of standard sockets than I do of metric. I forget what the metric size is. These aren't all that tight. I'll say they're probably about right. They're not over torqued or anything. Come on, it doesn't want to come out now. They all look pretty good. I think what we're going to do is we'll take one of these apart and see what kind of nozzle it's got. So let me put the hood back on this thing and we'll take it inside and we'll see if we can get these apart, or get one apart. Alright, ignore the messy workbench here. We're going to take one of these. Let's see, it doesn't really matter which one. Should all be the same. We might take two of them apart. One of these looks a little bit different colored. Try to pick some that look like they might come apart fairly easily. We're going to put it in the vise. 1/16 here. Well, this is actually a broken vise that I have. It's got one ear broken off the base. It's got C-clamp to this table. Go turn the air off. This is a somebody's gonna have to help me out here. It's a 240 nozzle, 240 slash, which I know that would have been what would have been spec'd originally in this. I don't know if that's the Bosch symbol I think it probably is. So these are probably the original Bosch nozzles. Let's I'm just gonna stick this one back in. We still got the shims and everything in it. Yeah, I could not break that loose by hand without I had to get the impact. So I put that back together so we don't lose anything. I'm going to take that one that was a little bit shinier. These have a little bit of a gold tint to them. This one looks shinier, more of a chrome looking, or bare stainless steel look to it. And probably going to turn the air back on. Let's see. Oh yeah. So embrace yourself for the noise. I'm having bad luck with pressure regulators. I put a new one on it, and it's still messing up. It's actually working now. Let's see. I backed it off and redid it. Now this is also same thing. So these are probably the original nozzles, I'm just guessing. Definitely Germany, and they're the 240 slash, like I said, which would have been what originally came in this thing. So we've got, and these are nasty looking. They're very dirty inside. So down in there we would have our shims. So we're not going to dig any further than that. It's definitely have been sitting. And they smell of nasty diesel. Let's put this one back together. I don't think I'm going to take any others apart. I think we will leave these. Yeah, we're gonna leave them alone. Nothing's been done to them. They're most likely all original. What I was making sure of is make sure they hadn't been rebuilt and had new nozzles in them, but fairly certain they have not. I think if they would have, they would have the updated nozzles. Go ahead and take that one apart. I forget the name of the spec. They updated their specs. Oh shoot. It's okay. There it is. And that went there. Shouldn't have lifted it. Here it is. Like I said, the shims are on the other side, so you didn't lose a shim or anything. There you go. It's also a 240. Everything for that one. We'll just crack all these open, I guess. That one's open. That one's been opened. Let's just double check the pieces. Make sure we got everything on that one. Yep, that was all the pieces for the other one. We got two left. meant to do on the other one. Break it loose and just unscrew it. Also, saying they smell like oil. These would definitely need to be cleaned up. Took that one apart too much, but I caught all the pieces. Yeah, it's nasty, nasty feel there. Also the same. So they're all the same. I'm fairly certain those are Bosch. Alright, all 5 have been taken apart just to take a look at them. And we will I don't know yet. There's what I'll do. There's a guy who does rebuilds these, and he's got a deal going on where he's trying to build up his stock of injectors, you know, cores to send out to people, and he's doing a deal where he'll rebuild them, pop test them, all that kind of stuff for free if you send him an extra set of injectors, which I have here. So I haven't decided yet if I'll rebuild mine or if I would just send him a set of these. Theoretically, if I rebuild my injectors, I probably would never need another set of them. You know, the bodies, not much that goes wrong with the bodies themselves. So, I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I'll make that decision. Either I'll rebuild them. I've got the stuff to make a pop tester. It's just finding the time to build the pop tester and rebuild the injectors. Downside of sending them off to him, like I said, the only thing it'll cost me is the cost of shipping, which is not that much, and he'll pay for the shipping back. So the only thing I would have to pay for is the shipping there, which is not, you know, you're talking about $10–15 at most. So I haven't decided yet. It's a good deal. So we'll decide. Either way, I'm going to end up with the rebuilt set of injectors for the Mercedes. The other downside is the lead time is not that great. You know, I'd be out the Mercedes for probably 2 weeks. So maybe I'll try to coincide that with doing the rear suspension on the Mercedes, tear it down, you know, and do all the bushings and that, because I probably can't do that in a weekend. Depending on all the stuff I've got going on. So I may just tear down the Mercedes for a couple weeks and do some work on it and send the injectors off. We'll see. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more. Let me know what you think. Should I try rebuilding these? Like I said, if I don't do it, that leaves me time to do other stuff on the Mercedes. And the only cost I would be out would be the shipping. If I do it, I'm going to have to build a pop tester and go through the time of rebuilding them, but then I would have the pop tester and could do it for other stuff. The only thing I need, I think, to do the pop tester, I need to find a fuel line, the metal fuel line that goes on here. I do not have one. Like I said, they've taken it off the parts car. So I'd have to go get one somewhere. The junkyards near me right now do not have any Mercedes diesels. I keep checking, so I don't really have an easily sourced right now to go get one. So that's kind of the only thing holding me up on building the pop tester. That and just finding time. I got 4 kids, So, you know, they normally all have something going on, and they take top priority over any of my projects. So, if they got something going on, then I'm normally involved with whatever they got. Or if they need me to fix something, I'm normally working on their stuff first. So, anyway, time. No one ever has enough time. Wish I could retire before I was 40. That'd be super nice. I could get some stuff done. That's not going to happen. I'll be working a long time. So, again, thanks for watching. I enjoy your comments, so keep them coming, and I'll see you on the next video.